Good afternoon and welcome to your Daily 5. My name is Greg Harmon. I'm the founder and president of Dragonfly Capital Management. At Dragonfly Capital Management, we have two products that we offer. One is a subscription service for traders that want to learn how and manage their own accounts using technical analysis and options overlays on top of that. And the second product is for those that don't have the time and want me to manage their money for them. We run separate accounts for clients where we use those same philosophies and have a little bit of a longer term focus. So if you have any interest in that, check the link down at the bottom of the page there, dragonflycap.com, for more information. Today, I want to talk about something that is useful in any kind of a pullback, looking for strength amidst weakness. Whenever that we've got a pullback in the market, and as I'm talking right now, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are both down over 10% still, starting from the beginning of the month of September. And each of those have shown market leaders pulling back. But as those market leaders have been pulling back, there have been many stocks that have remained near their top. Now, do we think a pullback is going to continue? It doesn't really matter whether a pullback is going to continue or not. There are some things that are starting to change in the market just because the calendar is changing. Seasonality from September onward till the end of the year and early into the next year plays a big role historically in how stocks trade. And one of those seasonality factors is coming into play right now. My friend Jeff Hirsch, the Almanac trader, talks about a trade that he follows and works most of the time, is to look at Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And the Wall Street adage is to sell on Rosh Hashanah and buy on Yom Kippur. And we've just gone through Rosh Hashanah last week, and we're coming up to Yom Kippur this weekend, and Yom Kippur ends on Monday afternoon. So are you ready? Are you in a situation where you've already done your research and figured out what stocks are strong and what stocks could reverse if this seasonality holds up again this year? I've got 5 ideas that I'm looking at that have held up very well. The first one, scientific games. Here's a chart of it over the last year, and you can see that in the middle of September, it's gapped higher. And it gapped higher as markets were falling, right? So we see, if you can see my cursor here, a pullback in the market, pullback in scientific games back to its 200-day moving average, and then a gap higher as it reported. And as it reached over its prior high from November of 2019, it's kind of stalled, but it's held there. It's been strong. It's moving higher again today. This is one where we see momentum pull back and reset, and it's driving back higher again. We had the MACD dip here, and it's moving back higher again as well. So this is the first one. This company makes lottery tickets. The second one, in a totally different sector, Invitae does healthcare diagnostics. It does testing. And you can see this stock has just moved higher throughout September after that first 5-day sell-off, first 4-day sell-off. Since then has been moving up strongly and is at all-time highs. So strength going into a possible seasonal strengthening time is something that you want to take a look for to see if there's new leaders that prevail. Invitae is one of those. We've got momentum driving higher. We've got the MACD moving up as well, and still well below its July highs. So it seems like there's a lot of room here for this stock to potentially move higher. The third one on my list, Brinker International. This is a food company, a dining company, covers restaurants. And you can see that this one on a slightly larger scale to show the consolidation that happened for over a year before the drop in March and the strong march up higher. But now that we're back at this consolidation range again, we've got Bollinger Bands that are tightening. This is one thing that I wanted to point out specifically about Brinker, because you get tied up perhaps in the aspect that there's been all this consolidation through 2019 and back into 2018 that the stock price needs to break through. When we see Bollinger Bands squeezing like this is often a precursor to a big move ready to happen. And based on the trend prevailing being an up and a pullback and an up, we would anticipate that the trend would continue to the upside. Momentum is still strong with the RSI turning back up in the bullish zone after resetting out of being heavily overbought. The MACD is pulling back, but it's still very positive, and it's now back at the June highs. So this one looks like a strong potential for a breakout to the upside should the seasonality turn the market. One other thing to point out here is we've got a potential for a golden cross. Sorry, we had a golden cross here back in September, and we've got the 100-day moving average about ready to cross up through there here as well. So this one is maybe at close to the top of the radar of the three that we've seen so far. Next is transportation stock, FedEx, company that delivers everything for you. You immediately think this time of year, heading into the holiday season, about FedEx delivering more and more packages as well, on top of the other seasonalities that might be out there. And what we see with FedEx has been a steady plot higher, disregarding the entire September sell-off in the marketplace and moving higher, moving to all-time highs 2 weeks ago. Now slowly consolidating that move, but with momentum holding up strongly, both on the RSI and on the MACD. So this is another strong stock, one to keep an eye on going forward. The fifth stock, and the strongest one that I have on my list that I'm watching, Zillow Group. I follow the straight Z on here as opposed to the ZG ticker. And you can see that this stock, once it broke above its February high in July, has just not looked back at all. Today, trading back up close to $100 a share. Momentum has not gotten into the overbought condition the strong way that it did back in February. It's maintained just minimal overbought levels, something that you should appreciate in a stock. And the MACD is strong and positive. If you look at this, you almost see here a channel being created to the upside with trend resistance and using the 50-day moving average as the downside. But it's been well above that and holding more above the 20-day moving average, this dotted line within the Bollinger Bands, much more so recently. So this is probably the strongest stock out there that I have my eyes on now. For disclosure, I do own positions in Invitae and Zillow at the moment. I don't own Scientific Games, but I do own one of its competitors, DraftKings, another good one to look at. So as we move into this seasonally upward movement season, take a look and find the leaders that you're ready to leap into should the market turn around. That's my Daily 5. Thanks for watching.
Hey, Grayson Rose here with StockCharts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, consider giving it a like down below, maybe leave us a comment, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe at the link up above. We're gonna bring you daily content from an incredible collection of technical analysts and financial experts.